Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. I decided why not go live today. Let's actually talk about the market. It is currently about 7:37 p.m., so a little bit later than I would have liked to record to give you guys some updates, but overall, I am watching for tomorrow specifically because of the China markets opening again. For anybody who is not aware, essentially, they have been closed for the last 2 days, so Monday and also today, due to pretty much a holiday over there. And this could be a little bit of a catalyst event. This could bring some lower price action on all of our altcoins as well as on Bitcoin. We don't know specifically how far down we could go, but I will say this: the last line of defense on Bitcoin currently is around the 37.5K zone, in my opinion. If we do lose that, that could be a fairly bad ride down below even 30K. So overall, I wouldn't be buying any altcoins just yet. It's totally fine if you want to DCA down. I know that these prices look very good right now, but we could see a little bit lower. I've been even telling everybody in the Discord, wait until tomorrow, wait to see what happens with the markets. Tomorrow could be a little bit of a shakeout event on all stock markets and even in crypto. Now, overall, Bitcoin has been holding the 40K line. We lost it a little bit. We touched 39K on the Coinbase chart. We're going to be talking about that. Ethereum significantly low. We're down below $3,000. XRP below 90 cents. A lot of these altcoins are down significantly, even in regards to Hbar. Hbar took a bigger hit than most, down about 10.53% on the 24-hour, down about 33, almost 34% on the 7-day span. When we're talking about a lot of these altcoins, first off, let's throw Hbar up, and let's also look at XRP in terms of volume. So overall, yes, the volume was up significantly yesterday. We've seen some volume increasing. It could have been sells, it could have been buy, but for the most part, it was positive volume. Right now, we are at a little bit of a negative volume, nothing too crazy in that aspect. Overall, a lot of these altcoins, Hbar specifically, touched a little bit of a lower low. We actually hit 29 cents, almost flat. Now, XRP, on the other hand, again, volume down significantly, about 17.33%. We touched about 86 cents exact almost. Now, on a lot of these altcoins, they are bouncing off of their major supports. For an example, XRP has been ranging around 85 cents support, even going back to April. So when we're actually looking at the chart for a lot of these, first off, like I said, Hbar taking a bigger hit than most, down 51% from its all-time high that we recently made. The entire market pretty much shook almost everybody out of most of their altcoin bags. Now, when I say that, I don't mean everybody sold. I'm just saying this has shaken up a lot of the market. A lot of people are panicking. A lot of people are saying, could this be a bear market? Could this be this, that? Just to touch base on that, I'm still extremely bullish on this market. I still think that we are in a bull run. I just think that this is one last major shakeout event before we do have the major blow off top. And I will bet on myself. I've told you guys that multiple times. I even tweeted that out today. When we're talking about Hbar, though, as you guys do see, we're testing the 50-day MAs. We're testing support on a lot of these altcoins, even in regards to this. So let's actually get rid of what's on the screen, and let's actually look at this line that we pretty much touched down on. So overall, we know that this is the 50-day MA, but realistically speaking, this is also some major support, even going back to the 10th, which is only 11 days ago. This is also some support going back to the 5th. I am still, and this is not to gloat or anything like this, but I'm still in significant profit on Hbar because I haven't pulled many triggers on any buys above 30 cents. Yes, I do have buys from 30 cents going back to the beginning of May, but overall, I'm still in significant profit. Same with XRP. Honestly, most individuals should be in profit, especially if you do listen to my channel or, listen to me talk about some specific targets that we could be looking for. Same goes for XRP, though. If you're listening to these people that are continuing to say, buy the dip, I bought the dip today, I bought the dip, and they're not telling, or they're not proving to you that they bought the dip. Like, I sent screenshots in the Discord on specific altcoins that I bought personally that looked like they were holding up strong against this dip. I did not buy XRP, and I did not buy Hbar on this dip. I'm just going to be, fully transparent. I am waiting for tomorrow. If tomorrow is good, I might consider buying more. But right now, first off, I'm still pretty good on my bags. I will add more when I feel comfortable to, and I will continue to show you guys that in the Discord. I will, post screenshots. If somebody's telling you to buy the dip and they're not proving it to you, I understand, even if they are a trustworthy source, be cautious, because again, people were saying that they bought the dip yesterday when we pretty much, hit this support zone at about 95 cents. Realistically speaking, look at what the percentage is still down from there. We pretty much touched down almost 12% from that point. So you got to be aware of these people who are saying that they bought the dip when in fact they might not have bought the dip. But overall, it doesn't matter. We pretty much bounced off of 85 cents. And again, look at the major support at this level. It goes all the way back to even, like I said, April. This is pretty much where we bounced off of before we went to the high of almost $2 plus. I'm not saying that we're going to $2 plus just yet, but I'm just saying right now, if we go lower tomorrow in regards to the Bitcoin stuff with Evergrande and, the Chinese markets opening, and, everybody thinks that they're going to sell, it's going to be absolutely, chaotic, it's going to be chaos. I personally don't think that the Evergrande stuff is that big of a deal. I've touched base on this multiple times. I've discussed why I don't think that's that big of a deal. But of course, we know how stupid this market is in terms of people playing into the FUD and playing into the fear as well. A lot of people sell at very idiotic times. For an example, somebody could say tomorrow, I mean, we've seen it, even with the Walmart stuff with LTC, we've seen it going back to the Amazon stuff with Bitcoin. This market, people buy into the stupidest news and they sell the stupidest news as well. It goes hand in hand. This market is very idiotic in regards to, those impulses of people. And I'm not saying that people are stupid. I'm just saying that, people will trade into the dumbest news out there. So in regards to tomorrow, yeah, we could see a little bit of a chaotic price action on most altcoins. That does include XRP and Hbar. Where could we touch base on? Where could we dip to? Well, overall, it all depends on Bitcoin, right? If we're looking at Bitcoin touching base at about, say for so 37.5K. So let's actually throw up a line on 37.5K. So overall, when we're looking at some of these prices, okay, for right now, if we did dip down to this price from our current levels, it wouldn't be too significant of a drop, but it would be, about almost a 7% drop. Now, in regards to a 7% drop on Bitcoin compared to altcoins, for an example, right now, Bitcoin is down about 5.63%. Most altcoins are down about 5%. So they have been holding up strong. But when we talk about dominance, because dominance is the big factor. So say for so tomorrow we drop down even more, we touch base down at 37.5K, and dominance is above, 42% still around this level, because we pretty much ranged on support now. As you guys do see, we found support here, which is not good. But it is the idea that if Bitcoin does fall another roughly 7%, okay, we could expect maybe a 2x in terms of that. So maybe a 14%, because roughly, we pretty much fall harder than Bitcoin. Because even right now on Bitcoin, if we go from the top of this candle to where we basically bottomed out at currently, which I'm not saying that this is the bottom, I'm just saying this is where we bottomed out at, it's roughly about a 19%. We know that right now, currently, and we don't have to go from the top of this candle, but if we did, it's roughly about 50%. Maybe we'll just go off of this one because this is where we kind of, found a little bit of support. It's roughly about 2x of that, so about 40%. Now, say for so, Bitcoin does drop another 6.78%. I'm just going to round it to 7%. We're just going to do a 14% drop from our current prices on XRP and also Hbar. I don't think that XRP is going to drop, 14%, because as you guys do see here, we have held strong, but it is still 2x. So what roughly we could pretty much touch base down at a solid support. So let's actually see where 14% would put us first off. So around 14%, if I could get this, we're just going to go off of 14.22% and kind of pull it back a little bit. It would be around 75 cents, which wouldn't be too bad for a major bounce. That will pretty much bring us to the bottom point on XRP. And even if you look back here at 75 cents, let me just find it right around there. It's roughly 75 cents. You're still in good profit if you bought the dip going back to June. So overall, we could be looking at possibly a retest of 75 cents or just a retest overall of about 78 cents, as that is also a major support before we moved up significantly. On Hbar, though, this is a little bit different. A 14% drop from here would bring us to roughly around, that 26-cent zone, which this would be a strong support zone to actually hold as well. So overall, when we're talking about a retest, when we're talking about a little bit more of a drop, where could it bring us? Well, it would bring us to this support zone right here on Hbar. In terms of XRP, again, it would bring us to about this support zone right here. And I think that these are more so accurate in terms of a little bit more of a drop in price, but this is not guaranteed. I'm just going to say that right now. This is not guaranteed. Nothing in this market is guaranteed. We don't need to pull back another 7% or anything like that. We have held fairly strong. We dropped a little bit. We touched base at about 39.6K. Do I think that we go a little bit lower? Tomorrow we could, right? If the markets do shake up a little bit, which, again, like I've said, this market has sold, dumber news. Especially going back to all the stuff with Elon Musk, going back to the May and stuff and all that stuff. This market will do what this market is going to do. People will play into their emotions a lot. And once they do see a red candle, people panic. It's simple. So overall, tomorrow with the news coming out, with China markets opening, could we see a little bit lower prices? Sure. Do I think that we go as low as, 30, K, 28K, testing those major lows? It's possible, but I don't think that it's, happening. Realistically speaking, from a technical standpoint, I don't think that we see those prices. But I do think that we could retest 37.5K. It's a major support going back to the beginning of August. This is also a major support going even back as far as February of not last year, but, February of this year. So overall, I think, realistically speaking, 37.5K could be our official bottom, but I do think that we are near or at around the bottoming price for Bitcoin. Now, obviously, tomorrow I'm going to be watching everything. Also, for anybody who is commenting in the live chat, I actually don't have the live chat open, so I can't see it. I just want to specifically, make sure that I'm giving you guys this stuff live and actually talking to you guys real quick. But also in regards to tomorrow, right? I'm watching 4 specific things. That is the dollar, right? As we do see the dollar kind of ranging here in a little bit of a chop zone. It didn't lose too much strength. It kind of retested a little bit of a resistance point at around the 93 level exact. Overall, I'm watching for more strength, pretty much piling on for the US dollar. In regards to the dollar, I would like us to retest 92.74, possibly even break that. That is actually below the 50-day MA. If we do break that, that would be very significant. That would also be very bullish for us. Also, I am watching the Dow Jones because we did see some more volatile price action as, we expected a little bit today. I'm going to be watching this throughout the week, but specifically tomorrow, I am going to be watching this because tomorrow could be the biggest catalyst event from this whole Evergrande stuff. Again, I think a lot of people are playing too much into the panic of the Evergrande stuff. I've mentioned that multiple times in response to, even the stuff in the Discord, right? Because a lot of people were talking about the Evergrande stuff. A lot of people were concerned about the Evergrande stuff. I said, we're buying too much into the fear. We have to relax, take a step back, and look at how much of the market could actually get shaken up by the Evergrande stuff. I don't think that it is that big of a catalyst event, in my opinion. Now, overall, we've seen the Dow Jones be bearish like this before, even going back to October of 2020. This was not significant for us at all. We actually regained strength. Bitcoin was not doing too much bearish moves at this point either. And we also seen some bearishness throughout this entire year, even going back to June, even going back to July. Overall, we could break some technicals here on the Dow Jones and regain strength. Overall, when we look at the weekly, when we look at the monthly, it looks like it's, pretty much ranging on some support. From our current low, okay, that we touched base, we didn't bottom out exactly on support just yet. The support zone for the Dow Jones is actually down here at around 33.2K. So do I think that we, go a little bit lower on the Dow Jones? Sure. Do I think that happens tomorrow? Most likely. If in response to even the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ doesn't look too bad, right? It looks like we're retesting almost the 100-day MA. In regards to the weekly chart, we still look good. We're not exactly at that bottoming, support zone. We could go down a little bit lower. Again, tomorrow's the big move. in that case, I will obviously update you guys on that as well. S&P 500, again, testing the 100-day MA, especially on the week, the weekly chart. It looks like we're almost ranging around the support zone. Again, this goes back to even July, right? So overall, when we look at these charts, they don't look too bearish. They don't. And I've been talking to you guys about this for a very long time. I've been talking to you guys about the dollar. I've been talking to you guys about Bitcoin. If I was anybody who was looking for a solid entry, okay, I would DCA in, so dollar cost average, wait until tomorrow, wait to see what happens with the news, because it might be, sell the rumor, but buy the news sort of aspect. So the opposite of what we mostly hear in this market. But I would wait until tomorrow, all right? I think tomorrow is the biggest risk day. You could even wait until the end of the week if you wanted to. It's totally fine, because even in response to tomorrow, it's Wednesday. We're closing in on the weekend. We could see some more volatile price action throughout the week. Could see a little bit lower price action. But tomorrow, I think, would be the biggest validation point on if we do touch base on, a lot lower prices on Bitcoin and our altcoins. Altcoins are very hard to see where we actually fully bottom out at. We could only see where the support zones are, where we need to hold, and if we do lose them, where we go from there. But overall, in terms of Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin does have a 7% pullback, you could expect a little bit more of a pullback on all altcoins, especially in regards to dominance. So wherever Bitcoin will bottom out at, our altcoins will take an even bigger hit depending on how low we go. I think at the end of the day, 37.5K is the lowest that we go right now. I don't think that we touch bases more even lower. Honestly, we could even have bottomed out at the current prices. We don't need to go lower. I just think that tomorrow would be the biggest validation or invalidation point on if we go lower or if we go higher, depending on what happens. But don't get it twisted. I think that we are still in a bull market. I still think that everything looks good from a technical standpoint. And overall, we did see some stuff happen with the SEC today in regards to XRP, which obviously could have, pretty much resulted in a little bit of a sell-off. If anybody did miss that, basically the SEC denied, XRP of the discovery of, what they were trading with in terms of the SEC. So, a lot of things are happening. The news, a lot of people will sell stupid news. Like I said, this market, people are just impulse selling or impulse buying throughout the entire week, throughout the entire, bull run as well. So it is what it is. We just have to wait until tomorrow. I know it sucks, but I think tomorrow is going to be the biggest pinpoint. So with all that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this update. Again, just to clarify, we don't need to go lower, but we could tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big change of heart. So with that being said, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for the $5. Ronnie, I wouldn't load up on XRP just yet. I do think that we could see a little bit lower overall. But again, it wouldn't hurt to dollar cost average in. Dollar cost averaging is not that bad of an idea. Overall, I dollar cost average here and there. It's actually a very good, strategy. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video, this live stream. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for watching as well. And with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys, and thank you all for watching. I agree.